make their way down there and support the Kiwanis Club. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. Kiwanis is the sponsor of Old Settlers Day. And also I wanted to announce that between 1 and 3, the Marion High School campus will be open if anybody wants to go take a tour of the old high school. And at 1:30, the weight room is going to be open. We had a very generous donation from 1964 graduate Bob Lepke. He donated a whole bunch of weight equipment to the weight room. So if you want to go take a look at that, Coach Kraft is going to have the weight room open at 1:30, and that is directly behind the middle school gym. So, another announcement, you may not see the Root Band in the parade today. They are here. They will be performing in the park after the parade throughout the early afternoon. So you're not going to see the Root Band in the parade. I guess some of them think they're too old to make the trek down Main Street, but they will be performing in the park. Today's color guard is going to be brought to us by the John McKay American Legion Post 308 from Florence. We really appreciate them coming down to help out. When they get in front of my trailer, they're going to stop, and we're all going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remove your hats and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Following the John McKay American Legion is their 1918 Republic fire truck. Leading our parade are Marion's finest, the Marion Police Department. Please give them a hand. Behind our city police, the Marion County Sheriff's Department. Please welcome our Marion County Fire Department, fire truck. Our first class reunion of this year's Old Settlers Day Parade, and our oldest class reunion, is the class of 1954. They're back for their 70th class reunion. Give them a hand. Welcome back, class of 1954. Following the class of 54 is Merle Eklund. Merle's driving his 1926 Ford Model T convertible. Welcome, Merle. Our first float of the day is brought to us by the Marion Assisted Living Center.
Mom! Hey, it's me, Linda. Oh my God! I still...
Back for their 65th class reunion. Please welcome the Marion High School class in 1959. first class float today is the Marion High School senior class of 2025. We had our first no-show of the day. Old Bud was supposed to be coming through, driven by Roger Hannaford. I wonder where he went. Back for their 60th class reunion. Please welcome Marion High School class of 1964.
I see you made it.
Our next float of the day is brought to us by Marion Head Start and Marion Preschool. Our next float brought to us by St. Luke Hospital and Living Center. Welcome. Back for their 55th class reunion. Please welcome the Marion High School class of 1969. I believe this is the last undefeated high school state championship team we've had. Football team, did I say football team? Following the class of 69, we have the Marion High School royalty. Brian Wynn, Luke Watkins, Addison Cooper, Kenna Wessner, and King, Luke Russell, and Queen, Taryn Krause. Please welcome the Marion High School Warrior Marching Band under the direction of Stephen Glover. Welcome the Marion High School class of 1974. next high school float is brought to us by the Marion High School Junior class of 2026. Our next entry is brought to us by Dave Leaf and Leaf Service. Dave's driving a 1930 model AA Ford truck. Welcome, Dave. Remember, the Root Band will not be in the parade. They will be performing in the park. And there's an open house at Marion High School today from 1 to 3. And at 1:30, you will be able to tour the weight room with all the new weight equipment. Speaking of Marion High School, please direct your attention in front of the trailer for the best class ever to graduate from Marion High School. Class of 1979.
Thanks, Casey.
The next entry is brought to us from the Marion Warrior Cross Country Team. Cross Country Team is having an outstanding year this year. They just completed their home track meet out in the pasture east of the football field.
Yay! Cross country!
Following the cross country team is the Marion County Record Van. Back for their 40th class reunion. Please welcome the Marion High School class of 1984. Following the class of 84, we have Ryan Beasley driving his 1963 Chevy Impala. Following Ryan is the Marion High School sophomore float. Class of 2027.
Get it, Jackson!
Our next entry is a 1951 Chevy pickup brought to us by Carrie Jost. Back for their 35th class reunion, please welcome the Marion High School class of 1989. I'll remind everybody after the parade, Marion Kiwanis Club will be serving a delicious meal in the park. After the meal, there will be kids' games, followed by a band concert by the Marion High School Band, and then class recognition around 2 or 2:30. Our next entry is brought to us by VFW Post 1281 in Harrington. On one side of the float, we see the emblems of the 6 main branches of the military. On the right side, we'll have the Army, Marine, and Navy. On the left side, we'll have the Air Force, the United States Coast Guard, and the Space Force, which is the newest brand. The float has men and women who have served in one of the 6 military branches, members of the VFW Auxiliary, and family members of those who have served. Following the float, we have a replica of an old military Jeep driven by retired Sergeant Major Bob Terramoro. Mara, thank you. Following the little Jeep, we have an entry from Adams Lawn and Pasture. Back for their 30th class reunion, please welcome the Marion High School class in 1994. That must have been a small class. Please welcome our county commissioners, Dave Crowfoot and Dave Mueller. Making Marion County better every day. Following the county commissioners, we have the Marion High School FFA float. Following the FFA float, we have Jay Christensen driving his dad's 1961 International Scout.
I got some.
Our next entry is brought to us by the Chingawassa Days Committee. Amber, who's the band this year? Who do you think the band will be, Amber? Our next entry is brought to us by our Marion Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, Pack and Troop 102. Welcome. Next, this is part of the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. Gator Construction. Back for their 25th class reunion, please welcome the Marion High School class of 1999.
Hey, Will, I want that fucking skirt. I want that. Yeah.
Our fourth and final high school float is brought to us by the Marion High School freshman class of 2028. Back for their 20th class reunion, please welcome the Marion High School class of 2004. Our next entry is brought to us by 56 Express Tire and Service. Please welcome the Marion Middle School marching band, also under the direction of Stephen Glover. Next entry is brought to us by Flint Hills Bent Rims. They have revitalized the Florence Grand Prix. It's a great event. Welcome. Back for their 10th class reunion, please welcome the Marion High School class of 2014. They must have had a small class too. Looks like Bump Ludwig. What year is that, Bump? Driving a 1967 Ford Mustang. This big truck is brought to us by Fleet Fuels, driven by Ted Turk. Our next entry is brought to us by HS Ranch, providing custom hay hauling, and they also raise Wagyu and Angus beef. Shelby Purcell and Heath Fields. Next we have Big Mike Beneke running for County Commissioner. And this is not his first rodeo. That's right. Big Mike says get out and vote or you can't complain. As always, the end of our parade is brought to us by our Marion County Equestrians. Bringing up the rear is our Marion County EMS. Please give them a big hand. All right, one more time. After the parade, follow them east to Marion Park where the Kiwanis Club is waiting for you with lots of good food. After the dinner, there will be games in the park, there will be a band concert and class recognition. Also, remember the Marion High School will be open for an open house from 1 to 3, and at 1:30, Coach Sean Kraft's going to open the weight room if you want to get a look at the new equipment that was donated to us by Marion High School alum Bob Lepke. It's going to be a great day. Enjoy.